athlete in on the discussion and some other stuff. Jeremy Roenick is here in studio with Steve.
We don't have any of that stuff in the National Hockey League.
Well, we'll open those lines here in a second. What do you? I don't know if you saw the story. Raul Ibanez, who's 37, he's had a good first 3 months of the year. He's cracking the ball all over the place. He's got, like, what does he have? 20 home runs, Dave?
He's having a really good first.
Guy's career high is like 30. And there was a blogger out there who said, you can be suspicious. Doesn't mean he's doing it, but you can be suspicious.
Well, I think suspicious is, I'm sure a lot of people are suspicious with pro athletes these days with all the things that's gone on in sports, especially in baseball. When someone seems to get brought up monthly now, with first starting with A-Rod, then going on to Manny. Yeah, there's suspicion everywhere, but until somebody gets proven and there's facts out there, I think it's a little unjust.
And on the flip side, I do understand Raul Ibanez saying, that's defaming me, and he has a right to get pissed off. He does, absolutely. You guys are targets all the time.
Yeah, well, people can say anything they want. I mean, we saw a couple of years ago, people in Congress saying, I did not do steroids. Specifically saying right out, and a month later, sorry, I apologize, I lied. So, yep. Whatever you want to say, it's let the guy do what he does, but when he gets caught, he better stand up for what he's done.
Do you think over the years the NHL has had a problem?
Never. It's never had a problem. Our league is squeaky clean. We had one guy that tested positive, which was Brian McCabe, but he was taking a steroid because he was blind in one eye, and doctors were giving him some kind of aid to help him see a little bit out of his eye that he lost in a game against Ottawa. And the other guy was the goaltender who put Propecia in his hair. So his hair was thinning, so he put in a little Propecia so he'd look better for the ladies, and that tested positive. Besides that, our sport is squeaky clean. We have no problems with that. We get tested 4 times a year, and I know what's the name of the guy from the National Doping Organization, the guy's trying to get everybody and their mother accused of doing drugs, but I think we're putting him in his place and telling that the National Hockey League is a squeaky clean organization.
All right. Do you think it would have a problem if there weren't real vigilant testing? I mean, why wouldn't guys do it? Especially if all the other athletes are looking for edges?
I have a little bit different take on this whole aspect. You could take steroids and all that stuff to help you all you want. You still have to have the ability to play the sport. You still have to have the ability to skate, score goals, hit a baseball. You still have to have an amazing amount of athletic talent. So, and I really don't think steroids is good for your body. You're only hurting yourself. You're hurting your health. And if someone wants to do that and ruin their well-being or their personal being for the sake of maybe hitting a couple more home runs, if people think that works, if it's a testament to it, I really think it's their decision, but they're only hurting themselves, to tell you the truth.
Different mindset maybe in hockey too?
Well, it's a different mindset. We can't get too big in hockey. If we get too big and too strong, all of a sudden our agility breaks down. We're not able to get around the ice as much as possible. We can't catch some of these young flying speedsters that are young and work really hard in the gym to make sure that they're physically fit to play the game. Steroids would be a terrible thing in hockey. It would really hurt the player. I don't think they'd be able to survive with getting bulky and having that lack of mobility because of doing it.
So what do you think when we mention someone like Randy Johnson? Is that unfair? We're tracking the end. When you were in Phoenix, actually he was a little after you. When he really just exploded from like 37 to 40 years old and became superhuman.
I really don't. Randy Johnson is he's a friend of mine for one. I've known him for a long time, but you talk about steroids with him, and he's a couple of toothpicks with a bowling ball on top of his head, for a head. He's very, very thin. He's very frail. I'd be really, really surprised if I heard that he did anything like that. He's an amazing talent. He's really big. He's got that big lanky arm that brings a lot of heat and a lot of velocity. I don't think steroids has any. I don't think he would have anything to do with them, to tell you the truth.
That's Jeremy Roenick with Steve and Dave, ESPN Radio 1100. He's in here. We're going to get to a little hockey on the ice, some other sports issues, but he's part of the NHL Awards Show.
Good year for the league. I mean, the attendance has been really good. The ratings are up, so
right.
It looks like they're trying to turn the corner and get that audience that they need to.
We're really working hard at it. I know the teams are working hard. The NHL is working hard. I think the talent in the league right now is as good as it's ever been. We have 3 of probably the best talents that the league has seen since the Mario Gretzky days and Ovechkin. Crosby, Malkin. These three guys are really taking the league by storm. Zetterberg and Datsuk in Detroit have already won cups, and they're showing why they're probably going to win another cup this year. The league has to take these young stars and throw them into the public, get them on commercials, get their faces out there, let them see the personalities. Ovechkin's personality is off the charts, and I think they're going to take advantage of that. But yeah, the talent, and I think the game is strong. We're putting a good product on the ice, and we have a lot of hurdles to have to go across, to try to catch the other major sports. But I think we're doing a good job on getting there.
You guys had a great team this year in San Jose, and the one thing that they talk about in the NHL playoffs, you run into a hot guy in the pipes.
Absolutely.
And Hiller was absolutely unconscious.
Thank goodness you said that. Thank goodness you said that, because I've been apologizing for a month and a half straight now, and I feel I have to.
You outplayed him.
We had the best season, regular season, in years and years of any team. We go into the playoffs flying high, and we run against a team that was fighting for their playoff lives for a month. We were cruised right in after cruising through the regular season, finishing first place. And it's exactly what happened. We hit a goaltender that was standing on his head, making save after save. We outshot him almost 3-1 in the series. But, can't say enough for Getzlaf, Perry, and Ryan. They played fantastic. Hiller was absolutely out of his mind. And in this game, this day and age, the parity is so good that anybody can beat anybody at any given time. And then they rolled on to almost beat Detroit in 7. So, yeah, we feel really bad, but we lost to a team that was playing well, and hopefully it gives us a little bit of a uncomfortable edge this summer that makes us work harder in preparation for next year.
There's one game left in the season. They're going to Game 7, Penguins and Red Wings. Been a great series.
Yeah.
Two things. What do you think is going to happen? And secondly, can you even watch this?
I have struggled to watch hockey a lot. I've watched it, but it's more of I'll watch a period, then I'll leave. I'll come back and watch a period, and I'll leave. I can't stay and watch the whole thing. It's just it irks me too much. Always the night where they give the trophy away is always a tough part for me, because for most of my career I have not been on there on that night. I was there on that night one night, and I was on the losing end of it. So it's very hard for me. However, these two teams have given us everything that we need in the finals. Four of the best players in the league. Like I said, Datsuk, Zetterberg, then you have Malkin and Crosby, and you got to throw in Lidstrom there. Best defenseman, probably one of the best defensemen ever to play the game. They've given us exactly what the National Hockey League needs in a final, and that is big-time superstars playing at big-time levels and taking it to a Game 7. I think it's going to be real hard to beat Detroit in their own building. They're very poised. They've been there before. But I'm very impressed to watch how Sidney has played, Malkin has played, some of their core players. They definitely have grown over a year, where they got beat pretty badly last year. They are showing that they are a team to be reckoned with for a long time. And Mario Lemieux deserves it for all the work that he's done to build that team and to keep that team alive in Pittsburgh.
And how did you come out of the season physically? And when have you given yourself a timetable to decide when you?
I actually came out really good. The lower half of my body is extremely, extremely strong. My legs are real strong. I hurt my shoulders for the first time in 20 years this year. I had reconstruction on my right, and then I tore my other rotator cuff on my left 5 days later. So my shoulders took a beating, but they're getting stronger, and I'm going to keep my options open for next year. Talk to the GM, talk to the coach, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do, but it's been 20 years of a great run, and no matter what happens, I'm going to be on the winning end of it.
You may as well plug your website, man.
Yeah, my website, I've had a lot of fun with it. It's roenicklife.com. I do a lot of emails. I answer about 100 emails a day. Mostly good. I get some of the bad ones in there once in a while that don't like me, but I accept and appreciate every email that I get. I'll respond to everyone, whether it's a negative one towards me or positive. And raise a lot of money for charities, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's going to only get better.
All right, again, the award show next Thursday. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
I want to give it a pop here. So a red carpet 3 o'clock, show at 4. You can still get tickets. Pearl box office. Call or Ticketmaster 944-3200, and all the big stars are out. And I can guarantee you this: that Snoop probably wouldn't have gone to Toronto. Has he gone in the past? I don't know.
No, Snoop would not go to Toronto, but Snoop will be here in Las Vegas. We got. Robin Thicke's going to be singing. One of my favorites from the '80s, because I am an '80s guy. Shaka Khan will be there. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. So.